Step up to the race. Imagine being thrown into the most bizarre reality show ever, one where life itself is the scorecard, danger is constant, and the game keeps changing its rules. That's the world of Carl, a former Coast Guard vet, and Princess Donut, his sharp-tongued, magically savvy cat companion. In A Parade of Horribles, we find them in a situation that seems almost ordinary. But as any crawler knows, when a dungeon claims it's normal, trouble isn't far behind. Setting the stage: chaos outside, order inside. At the end of Book 7, Carl and Donut have survived gut-wrenching battles and political storms inside the dungeon, and the world outside is in upheaval too. Civilization beyond the dungeon walls is in chaos. Governments have collapsed. Mass panic reigns. Meanwhile, deep inside the ever-twisting levels, something called the Parade of Horribles is whispered about, and even the dungeon's AI seems nervous mentioning it. But before we get there, Carl must make it through the 10th floor, and this one, on the surface, feels almost civilized. The 10th floor, racing for survival. You might expect horrors, dragons, death traps, mind-shredding puzzles, but here, it's racing. Yep, big, loud, fast races where the goal is simple: get from point A to point B, and whatever you do, don't finish last. That sounds almost like real life, doesn't it? A line, a track, a finish, and constant pressure to move faster than everyone else. But in true dungeon crawler Carl fashion, even something that feels normal quickly becomes insane. After every race, Carl and Donut pick upgrades for their vehicle: engines, gadgets, defensive spikes, you name it. And every new track gets harder. What starts as a straightforward slog becomes a gauntlet of unexpected twists, dangers that reveal themselves at the worst moments, and racers who are far too eager to sabotage everyone else just to win. If you think of it like a carnival ride that slowly gets turned up to 11, you'd be close. And Carl can't stand being boxed into so-called simple rules that take away his free will. So, of course, he starts to plot. Carl's plan: the party nobody should throw. Carl, he's not one to sit and follow instructions like a pawn, especially not when the stakes are life or death. The rules of this floor strip away his influence, and that drives him nuts. So he starts plotting his own plan, one wild enough that he can't even talk to his friends about it, lest the dungeon AI pick up on what he's up to. Think of that moment like a referee accidentally discovering the kicker has secretly brought a rocket booster. Once it's known, the whole game changes. Carl's plan is dangerous, insane. Worse, it might not just cost him and Donut their skin, the consequences could ripple through the entire dungeon and beyond. Whispers from above, the 11th floor. While Carl races and schemes on the 10th floor, rumors swirl about what lies ahead: the mysterious 11th floor, which the dungeon's AI ominously calls a coming-out party for the ages. Nobody, not even the production staff of this live broadcast nightmare, knows what that means. Is it a trap? A celebration? A legion of horrors that defy imagination? That's the question hanging over every decision Carl makes, because whether it's engines roaring or monsters snarling, everyone knows deep down this dungeon doesn't do parties without consequences. Carl and Donut, more than a team. Through all this, there's something heartwarming underneath the chaos. Carl and Princess Donut, once an unlikely duo, have become a partnership built on trust, wit, and mutual survival. What began as a weird twist of fate, a man stuck caring for his ex's cat, has blossomed into a bond that's as deep as any sibling, comrade, or partner could be. And in a world where danger knocks at every corner and every race might be your last, that kind of bond is the best weapon of all. Themes that stick with you. If there's a core thread running through A Parade of Horribles, it's this: normal is relative. What seems familiar, like a race or a rule or a promise, can mask danger, deception, and tests you never signed up for. In Carl's world, the real challenge is never just surviving the dungeon's mechanics, it's holding on to your own agency, your friendships, and your sense of self, while the game tries to swallow you whole. Wrap up: why this story matters. So here's what we carry away from this adventure. A race isn't just a race when everything's at stake. Doing the normal thing can be the most dangerous play of all. And when the world feels chaotic, it's the bonds you forge that keep you grounded. If you've enjoyed this journey through the 10th floor with Carl and Princess Donut, the full story in A Parade of Horribles is waiting for you, bigger, stranger, and more intense than any summary can capture. If you're curious to dive into this wild ride yourself, consider grabbing the book on Amazon or in bookstores. It's a thrilling experience worth your time and imagination. Stay tuned for our next interesting audiobook summary every day, so you never waste money on a book before you know what it's really about.